Mr Assistant Speaker, at local government budget estimates on February 28, I questioned Minister Ron Hoenig about the performance improvement order he imposed on Snowy Monero Regional Council on February 6. That order demanded the compliance of all elected councillors. However, I've received numerous complaints and concerns that it's already been breached. The drastic step of issuing this order was taken in part as a response to the continued, serious and escalating conduct of one councillor, Andrew Thaler, elected at the October 2024 local government election. This individual has repeatedly targeted fellow councillors, including the previous mayor, who spoke in Parliament tonight on some of these very issues, as well as council staff, community members and former and current parliamentary members, myself among them. Not only is the ongoing behaviour beyond unacceptable, it's an attack on the integrity of local governance itself. Since October last year, not less than 19 formal code of conduct complaints have been lodged against this councillor, and an astonishing number that he himself has boasted about on social media. Each complaint, I'm advised, costs between $5,000 and $10,000 to investigate, placing a significant and unnecessary financial burden on ratepayers. The pattern of behaviour exhibited by this councillor has been so detrimental it's warranted multiple media reports, including a 2-page expose in the Sydney Morning Herald late last year. This also reported that prior to his election, he'd faced court on multiple occasions. In response to my budget estimates questioning, Minister Hoenig confirmed that all councillors had signed the performance improvement order agreeing to its stipulations. The very first required councillors to refrain from making statements, orally or in writing, that a reasonable person may consider offensive, abusive, harassing, threatening or disrespectful. Yet on social media, this councillor has subsequently called a fellow councillor, a woman he has targeted repeatedly, a big fat liar. A clear violation of the minister's directive. And it hasn't stopped there. He has publicly declared that the same fellow councillor is not a fit and proper person to serve the people. The hypocrisy alone is staggering. He's accused council of a cover-up regarding asbestos management and openly threatened to hold council to account, apparently attempting to undermine public trust. This is not about governance. This is deliberate, calculated chaos. Minister Hoenig has acknowledged that this behaviour brings local government into disrepute. The minister further stated in response to my questioning, "I'm in a stronger position. I have some additional powers to the performance improvement order. I'm monitoring it closely." If the minister is indeed monitoring it closely, then there's no alternative but to act immediately. This councillor is flagrantly violating the minister's order and the situation is untenable. How much longer will innocent ratepayers be forced to foot the bill, monetarily and otherwise, for this distressing situation? Rather than serving the community as expected of an elected representative, he's using it as a platform, announcing his candidacy to run for a federal seat. This is not about democracy. It's not about free speech. Most certainly it's not about public service. It's harmful, destructive and dangerous behaviour that is hurting this community, not just its residents, but its reputation, as well as trust and confidence in local government itself. So are there serious concerns when it comes to the Work Health and Safety Act and the potential damage these actions can and are causing. For too long, too many have remained silent while just a handful of courageous locals across the political spectrum have tried to push back. These brave hearts feel ignored, unprotected and even unsafe in the place they call home. This Labor government must not fail them. More must be done. The process has been set in motion. The framework for action does exist, as ineffective as it currently is, something else that needs to be promptly addressed. Among other things, the New South Wales Civil and Administrative Tribunal has the power to disqualify the councillor from holding civic office for a period not exceeding 5 years. Minister Hoenig has the authority to act and send an unmistakable message. Such behaviour will not be ignored. Given the Broderick report on bullying and harassment handed down in New South Wales only a few years ago, it would not be tolerated at this level of government, and neither should it be excused or trivialised at the local level. Minister, on behalf of the Snowy Monero community, I implore you and the Labor government to step up and deliver on your commitment to ensure respectful, constructive and safe governance. The time for action is now. The integrity of local government is at stake.
Ms Kate Fairman.